Hello, Lady Raider Nation. Welcome to another episode of Live It Up with the Lady Raiders. It's your girl, Zuri Sanders, your favorite host, here to talk about the freshman class. And I think we have a really great panel. I know I say that about all the guests that I have on this show, but I can't help it. I love these people. So, how are you guys doing today? Good. You ready to get talking about, the freshman experience, the freshman class? Yeah. You better soak it up because before you know it, you're going to be my age and done with college athletics, right, AC?
Amen to that.
Okay. All right, so let's just kind of talk about it. You guys are fresh into college, but I feel like, especially when you're a basketball player, you kind of get into the swing of things really fast out of high school. You kind of graduate, walk on that stage, and next thing you know it, you're in your new life as a freshman. Can you guys talk about what that transition was like? And Bailey, if you kind of want to start it off, you're from West Texas, you know this area. What has it been like for you?
For me, the transition really wasn't hard, especially getting here so early in the summer. We had a lot of time to just kind of slowly get into the swing of things, and then we had a foreign tour and came back, and it was just that's the way our life was. Busy, but it's been really good.
Yeah. What about you, Kyla? I know you guys are hand in hand, both freshmen. How's it been?
Right. I'd say it was a little more difficult for me because I'm a little further from home, but it's been pretty great because we got here pretty quickly. We learned everything early on. Going on the foreign tour was pretty great. And we've had each other to find that support, so it's been pretty awesome.
It's always nice when you have another freshman kind of helping you along the way. And it's also nice when you have an amazing coaching staff kind of helping you with that transition. AC is amazing, y'all, so she gonna get you right.
I paid her for that.
AC, you're an assistant here with Coach Gerlich, and you've been with her for some time now. Your official title is the recruiting coordinator. I know that all the coaches do a lot of recruiting, but can you kind of just talk about how do you talk to student athletes who are kind of transitioning from high school to college and help them realize that it's gonna be difficult, but we're here to help?
For one, we talk about all the resources we have, of course, and then I know a lot of schools talk about the family environment, but we actually live it here, and it's very genuine. So we share our families with them, make them feel comfortable, and probably the next thing that I would say is we assure them that we've been there. I talk all the time about my freshman experience and how I was ready to go home. So it's hard, but we've all been there, and the feelings that you're gonna have and experience, they're normal. And we just kind of work through those things, and you have teammates and coaches and a wonderful support system that's gonna be here for you.
Right. And so you mentioned the resources that are kind of given to these student athletes. For you guys, is there a class that you guys had to take in the summer that kind of helps you with this? I know the face you're giving me because I had to take the class too when I was an athlete. So talk to us a little bit about what that class was like, what that experience was like, and how it helped you with your transition.
Currently, I just had Raider Ready. That was one of the classes. So it was student athlete only class, and I'm also in life skills of a student athlete. So it's you do a lot of stuff to manage your time. You talk a lot about who you want to be as more than just an athlete, trying to be expose yourself more, not even just as in athletics, but try and find people outside of your sports. That was one of the goals we had set in my class for me, try and find people outside your sport that you could talk to, because I'm going to talk to those in my sport or other athletes. So it's kind of a class where it's just branch out, be somebody other than just you're an athlete.
And you even talked a little bit about being in a class with other student athletes. I know the coaching staff really prides themselves on supporting other teams here. And so, I think that's a great transition to the next question that I have, kind of the realities of being a student athlete. Let's be honest, when we're in high school, we're like, oh, I'm gonna be amazing. I'm playing college basketball. People are gonna know my name. But there's some tough realities like 6 a.m. weights, having a 2.5-hour practice, the film sessions that are outside of actually watching with the team, the ones that you have to watch with your coaching staff. And then afterwards, you also have study hall, all these things that come into play with time management skills. What are some realities that hit you guys hard whenever you got here in the summer? Kyla, how about you let us know?
Oh, let's see. So a reality that hit me pretty hard, coming in, you'd think, yeah, I have a ton of practices, I have to be in the gym 24/7, and all of that, I'm gonna be doing my sport all the time, but it's not even just that. You would think that's what takes up all your time when you're in high school, but no. Once you get here, I learned I am especially as a student athlete and the resources we are given, I'm constantly at the Sharp. I'm constantly doing something. Like I have class, then I have to go to the Sharp, then I have another class, then I have to come to practice, then I have something else at the Sharp. There's a lot of know where you're supposed to be. Like our day is hourly timed. Everything is.
Now, hearing Kyla's story, AC, I mean, I know you give a lot of great stories about when you were a freshman and when you played. What is a great piece of advice that you kind of held near and dear to your heart when you were a player that you feel like you can give these student athletes?
She kind of spoke on it, but time management. I know for me, like I thought I had everything down pat when I was in high school because, you know, your schedule's just built different. But once you kind of get settled into your schedule, really understanding, being there early, being that's really on time, you know, different things like that, getting to practice early, and then finding that time to have a life outside of your sport, like Kyla spoke on earlier, to meet other people, to because college is a full experience. Like it's definitely more than just basketball. It's more than just academics. You want to experience everything that it has to give because it goes by really fast.
It does. It does. Bailey, what about you? What do you feel like with the resources that have been given to you to help prepare you for your entire college experience?
I would just say that we're surrounded by people who care about us on and off the court, and they would do anything that we ask them to. I mean, people like Zuri, people like AC, who are literally at one phone call away at all times. So just being surrounded by great people just really makes everything so much easier.
Now, I know AC pays me to say some great things, but I didn't pay her to say that. I promise you. Thank you guys so much for spending time just to talk about, you know, the freshman experience, because a lot of people, they don't really know how bittersweet this opportunity is as a student athlete. I know that when you come in as a freshman, before you know it, you're gonna be walking out on senior night, and then before you know it, you're getting your college degree. So enjoy it while it lasts, because I promise you, my knees are happy that I am done. And thank you guys so much, Lady Raider Nation, for joining us for another episode of Live It Up with the Lady Raiders. I am your host. I am amazing.
I mean, it's not wrong.
I was waiting for someone to have me. You know what? Self-confidence, I'm gonna still say it. And I hope you guys join me for the next episode. You guys take care, and as always, Wreck 'em.